Welcome back, guys. This is the King Weaves here, and this is what if Naruto was had an older sibling. Here, Naruto will actually have a sibling who's older than him by 3 years, and it's I'm going to make it so that he has an older sister, and I'm just gonna call her Naruko. And we begin this wife, and actually not three, but she's going to be the same age as Itachi. So when Naruto was born, Itachi and Naruko actually was friends with Itachi, and in fact, she was a prodigy herself. And now once Naruto's born, Naruko is very happy that she's finally an older sibling and older sister at this point, and now she basically gets to take care of a younger sibling, Naruto, of course. And Naruto was being carried away to the thing. I don't even know what they were carrying him to, but anyway, they were carrying Naruto away until Obito kills the wife of the third Hokage and the nurse, and in the end, Naruto pretty much is captured or kidnapped for a second until he gets thrown away with the paper bombs, and in the end, Obito Minato saves him. Obito takes captures Kushina, and Naruto tries fighting back, but remember, she is just a bit older than Naruto. I think like she was 5, yes, 5, same age as Itachi. As we know from the data books, Itachi was 17 once Naruto was 12, so technically 5 years older, and Naruto is the same age. And now, of course, Naruko did try to stop Obito, however, she was way too young and way too weak. She just got slapped away, and Minato came to take her to Naruto, and she was just with Naruto at this point. And the rest actually happens as per normal until Minato takes the two to actually seal the Nantos away, and pretty much he seals half of it inside himself and half of it in Naruto, knowing that the villagers will be scared of Naruto pretty much being the Nanto's Jinchuriki at this point. He actually did find out, however, he did want everyone to consider him as a hero because he's taking in the Nantos inside of him when he's just a child and he's saving the village pretty much, technically. Now, of course, Naruto never gets the other half of the Nantos, and of course, Naruto gets half the Nantos as per normal, and Naruto's left there with just Naruto in her hands at this point. Her parents told her to take care of Naruto and to take care of herself, and they did say their final words to Naruto. Naruto and Naruko were left by their parents because they were killed. And now Naruko was heartbroken by this, and at first she was very depressed. However, the few people who actually came to visit Naruko after that were pretty much the the third Hokage and Itachi. Itachi and Naruko actually did go pretty much, they were going to go to school together pretty much, and Naruko would actually have to take care of Naruto and go to school every day, of course, leaving him to someone else while she goes to school. And 3 years have passed. Naruto's 3, and Naruto seems pretty he sees how hard his sister works, pretty much doing everything for him, becoming going to school, the academy, of course, to become a ninja, to earn more money for them, and pretty much doing every single thing for Naruto and her. And since then, Naruto was more reliable and everything, and he actually used to study as much as possible. Even as a 3-year-old, he never really could do anything other than pretty much be good, well behaved and everything. And once Naruto finishes at the academy at the age of 12, Naruto is now 7, a year behind Naruko, and he was about to enter the academy, 12, 13 basically. But now, of course, Naruto and Naruko did have an amazing relationship, and Naruko and Itachi actually did get together as well. But anyways, of course, Naruto is now 7, and he's been training since the age of 5 to become stronger and stronger each day, and he's actually on par with how strong Naruto was at the age of 10. And yes, Naruto here is pretty much a prodigy, and he's just as strong, well, just as good as Naruto, even though Naruto has the Flying Raijin and the Rasengan. Naruto is actually getting close to mastering the Rasengan, not the Flying Raijin though. Anyways, Naruto and Itachi do have a pretty close connection, well, thanks to his older sister Naruko. But anyway, of course, uh, Itachi did teach Naruto a few things like the 5 Phoenix Jutsu. But anyways, Naruto does have 5 releases. Naruto has 4 chakra releases by the age of 8. And during this time, of course, Naruto actually, well, does go into the academy. And pretty much in the end, well, the Uchiha Massacre does happen on a night when Naruto was actually walking back from home, well, school pretty late, well, from training. Anyways, of course, on his way, he actually did hear a few screams on the way, and so he went to check it out, and Naruto saw a masked figure pretty much trying to kill an Uchiha, and he actually got in the way by using his own sword and stopped his kunai. And now Naruto and Obito went at it for a little bit until Naruto was pretty much pushed away, and now Naruto was after Naruto was pushed away, the Uchiha got killed, and Naruto got a bit pissed, which made him go all out, using everything that he's got, and actually mastering the Rasengan right there, thanks to his rage, and his eyes turned red into the Naruto's ones, and literally Naruto smashed the Rasengan into Obito. Obito took it in, wanted to understand how strong Naruto is, and he actually realized that he made a mistake. This attack was actually very, very strong, and so now Naruto Obito was like, damn, and then disappeared, because that was the last Uchiha to kill for him. And anyways, now, of course, he was collecting eyes. But anyways, now Naruto and Itachi do see each other, and Naruto asks why, understanding straight away what happened. And Itachi says, Naruto, come with me. You can become stronger with me. Come, leave Naruto. Naruto then says, why should I? She did everything for me. Why would I leave? And then Itachi says that if he does leave, he will become stronger, and once he returns, he can protect the Leaf Village and Naruto forever, and become pretty much the strongest. And Naruto says, why? I still don't want to go. Why'd you want me? Why not take your brother? Or maybe Z killed as well? And he says, no, he's fine. And Naruto then says, but why me out of all people? Explain. Anyways, now Naruto pretty much, well, attacks he actually attacks Itachi, and Itachi pretty much smashing him into the ground, and says, Naruto, you're coming with me. And the only reason he's doing this is because he actually did tell Naruto about this, and Naruto actually understood that it's the best choice for Naruto, since no one likes him in the village, and Naruto will never get stronger in this village on his own. Even with Naruto's help, Naruto needs to experience the outside world to become stronger, and so Naruto accepted. And the Hokage, he wasn't aware of this. However, Naruto knew that this is the best choice for Naruto, and now Naruto actually went off. Naruto was kidnapped by Itachi, and Naruto the next morning came to see that Sasuke was pretty much Sasuke was pretty much on the ground, and in the end she helped him up, and he asked what happened to her brother, and she says she doesn't know. And anyways, now of course people were asking where Naruto went, the elders, and of course they say that Itachi took him. The Hokage actually found that, and he just said that Itachi took him, and he doesn't understand why. And anyways, now Naruto does wake up a day later, asking where he was, and Itachi says, "Listen, Naruto, you got to understand. You have to become stronger to protect Naruko." Understood? And Naruto then asks, "And why couldn't you just do it?" Anyways, Naruko and Naruto, well, were pretty close to each other. However, Naruto did this without Naruto knowing, and he was asking why. And anyways, now Naruto does get over it within a week or so, and after this, Itachi and Naruto do start trading, and Naruto, who was confused on why he's still doing this, he just said, "Alright, let me just do this," because he really had no other choice, to be honest. But anyways, if he did try to fight back, he'd pretty much get destroyed because Itachi is so much stronger than him, and so he's just going to get stronger with Itachi. And anyways, Naruto, it's been 3 years with Itachi, and Naruto has grown a lot stronger. Itachi does his Akatsuki work, of course. However, Naruto avoids Itachi the most. Well, avoids the Akatsuki the most, while Itachi and Naruto do meet up every 2 weeks to understand what's going on with them. And anyways, now Naruto, of course, has been doing missions on his own, pretty much, just helping out others and doing commissions and gaining money, pretty much. Naruto hasn't made a name for himself, and he hasn't made a name for himself. But anyways, Itachi tells Naruto that to return to the village one day, and Naruto asks why, and Itachi says, "I taught you pretty much everything I could have taught you. The rest of the techniques are pretty much Sharingan abilities, which you cannot have, of course." Naruto then says, "And what about your illness? And I know you have a terminal illness. Why don't you get that healed?" Of course, Naruto and Itachi are like brothers at this point, and Itachi says, "No, I cannot." And Naruto says, actually pulls him by the collar and says, "Do you really think Naruto would be okay with this? You're not only hurting yourself, not only your brother, but also Naruto. Do you really think I'd allow it? Itachi, you're getting this healed no matter what. I don't care. I will find the perfect shinobi to heal you." And Itachi says, good luck doing that. The only person who could really heal me is Tsunade." And Naruto says, "Then I'll become the perfect shinobi to heal you. I swear." "How many years do you have with those drugs of yours?" And Itachi says, "Around another 4 or 5 years." And Naruto's only 11 by now. And yes, 5 years. I'm pretty sure. Yes. Naruto actually did learn a lot of things. For example, the Flying Raijin, he actually mastered it with Itachi. Also, he knows how to use all 5 chakra natures. Even Itachi doesn't know how to do that. And pretty much Naruto is already a close to Kage level fighter. Kage level, I mean, he's a Jonin level fighter, of course, and close to Kage level. But anyways, now, one day he was walking past the village gates, and some people recognized him, some people didn't. Naruto has had a few scars on his face and on his eye. He did go on S rank missions as well. And anyways, once Naruto walked in, Naruko was actually alerted, and Naruko came out of nowhere. Naruko is actually a Jonin, and in fact she was about to join the Anbu as well, and of course she declined because of Kakashi actually having a pretty good connection with Naruto. And people know that Naruto is the fourth daughter. They don't know that Naruto is the fourth son. Anyways, Naruto walks in, and the first person he sees pretty much is Naruko. Naruko goes to hug him, and Naruto says that he missed her, and Naruto says that he missed her, and Naruko says the same. But anyways, once they go home, they actually do talk to each other, and Naruto is actually sent back to the academy a week later. Of course, he was asked many questions about Itachi and everything, because, well, the Leaf Elders do know. But anyways, he was asked what Itachi was doing in these 3 years, and Naruto says, "I'm not going to answer that." After all, he knows that Itachi has been talking to the third Hokage, well, through letters. And anyways, now, of course, the third was happy with that answer from Naruto and let him go. And anyways, once Naruto rejoined the academy, there were a few people who recognized him and a few people who didn't. Sasuke definitely recognized him, and of course, also The other person who recognized him was the other Uchiha survivor, which Naruto never knew about, and that was Tsuki. Naruto never really noticed Tsuki back then. However, now he did, and Tsuki said, "Aren't you Naruto Uzumaki?" And Naruto says, "Yes, and you must be Tsuki, right?" Naruto didn't. What I mean by didn't notice her is that he didn't really pay too much attention about her. However, he remembers everyone from the academy, every single name. And anyways, Tsuki says, "Yeah, I'm Tsuki Uchiha," and Naruto says, "I'm surprised you survived the Uchiha Massacre. Well done." And Tsuki was like, "God damn, that thing again. Don't remind me of it. I don't really care." Anyways, of course, Naruto's like, "Didn't you lose everyone?" And Tsuki says, "Well, I was orphaned pretty much. My brother died before that. I'm not sure how." Anyways, Naruto was actually surprised that Tsuki just speaks of this so casually, while Sasuke seems pretty emo. Anyways, Naruto does try to talk to Sasuke. Remember, Naruto knowing Itachi didn't he knew Sasuke just a bit, enough to actually start a conversation with him. And Itachi, well, Sasuke asks where was he all this time, and Naruto says he actually can't tell him, and Sasuke is like, "Why did you leave just to return? What did you do?" And Naruto said that he did a few things not too important, and Sasuke, this was after school, and Sasuke actually tried to punch Naruto, which Naruto dodged easily, and pretty much glared at Sasuke and gave him pretty much a stare, which actually scared Sasuke off, and said, and Sasuke started asking more questions and asked, if you were doing nothing, how did you get those scars? And Naruto says there were just a few fights that I had to go through, and a bit of training that I had to do. Anyways, of course, and Sasuke then said, "Well, good for you. Anyways, I hope you know that I've gotten stronger too." And Naruto says that he hopes that he did. Anyways, Sasuke and Naruto do pretty much give up each other a smile and say that they will get even stronger. And pretty much they're friends. They were friends from the beginning, and they're more like rivals than friends. Anyways, Naruto does start making a few new friends. For example, Shikamaru, Choji, Shino, Ino, Kiba, Hinata, and of course other people like Tsuki and Sasuke. Of course, he's more distant to everyone except for Tsuki and him. Anyways, Tsuki is only able to talk to Sasuke because of her being one of the survivors of the Uchiha Massacre. But anyways, now a year passes. Naruto pretty much trains even harder against not Tsuki, against Naruto this time. Naruto's gotten a lot stronger, and even Naruto can actually pair up with Naruko when she's only using 20% of her power. However, once she goes all out, she's pretty much on par with Minato, and she already knows about adding chakra nages to the Rasengan, and she actually created a new one, which was pretty much the vanishing Rasengan. She has wind, water, lightning, and fire, and no earth. Anyways, now Naruto does try it, and he was able to do it because his extreme mastery over the 5 chakra natures. And yes, Naruto has extreme mastery over it. I say extreme because Naruto can use it without even hand seals at this point. Not every jutsu, but most of the jutsu that he knows. And anyways, the Hokage does ask Naruto if what he truly did with Itachi, and Naruto said that Itachi trained him for the first 3 years, or first 2 years, and then he started doing missions on his own. And these scars were pretty much through his training and missions that he had to go through, and he did a few S ranks, and so the S ranks that he did, he never really got paid for. He only did them because he felt like he should have helped out, and he did it anonymously, and that's why no one really knows about Naruto, and he wasn't really known or pretty much asked about by others because he was working in the shadows to pretty much do things. But anyways, of course, Naruto's face is not fully scarred up. He only has a scar on his eye, pretty much slashing his eye, like Kakashi's, and also he has one pretty much like Bardock on his right side of the face, while the scar on the eye was on the left. However, Naruto's eye was able to pretty much recover thanks to Naruto, thanks to the Naruto's pretty much, because Naruto kinda had to use the Naruto's chakra there, and yes, Naruto knows how to use up to the one tails. Not at will. Naruto can use pretty much just a cloak with no tails at will. However, once he's one tails, he can lose his control and the only reason that happened is because he was losing control at that moment. He actually had no chakra left, and the Naruto was getting angry because not only was he about to die and scared, but the Naruto took his opportunities that if he dies, I'm gonna have to wait for how many years, and so he just gave him chakra in India, and he gave him so much that he started weakening his seal, eight dragon, eight. Is it called eight dragon seal? Well, let me check. Yeah. It was an eight dragon seal, but anyways, of course, it was weakening over time. But anyways, Naruto and Naruto do fight quite a bit. Well, not fight, but spar, and even Tsuki joins in sometimes because Naruto and Tsuki actually do become very close friends, and Naruto is supporting their ship. And anyways, and of course, the two were pretty much clueless about it. However, Naruto could see potential. Anyways, Sasuke, of course, did his own thing while Naruto and Naruto continued. But anyways, Naruto actually was placed as well, a year has passed and Team 7 has been created. Yes, Naruto passed his exam easily because he has the Shadow Clone Jutsu. And anyways, of course, the Mizuki thing was actually stopped by Naruto himself. Naruto actually did this, pretty much bring in Mizuki to the Hokage as soon as he felt well, Mizuki tried to ask him anyway, and he said, "Do you want to get stronger? Just strong as Naruto. After all, you do. I see you guys training a lot together." And anyways, Naruto then says, "Yes, I do, but I'll do it my own way," and pretty much knocks him out and brings him to the Hokage, and they do interrogate him and get their answers thanks to Ibiki. And anyways, now all the interrogation section. Anyways, Naruto, Tsuki, and Sasuke were put in the same team, and that was Team 7. No Sakura here. I'm just gonna say she was born. She was actually in there. However, she actually went into medical school in the end. Well, she actually went she just wanted to become a medical ninja, and she first wanted to try out how to do medical ninjutsu. So she never really became a ninja straight away, even though she passed. And anyways, Team 7 was pretty much those three, and Naruto, Naruto was actually placed as Team 7's assistant Jonin team leader, and this was her first time, and this was because Tsuki was actually had trained with Jiraiya over the 3 years that Naruto was gone, and she had Sage mode, and also she now has the key. Well, she doesn't have the key, but she has access to the key as well for Naruto's seal, and she knows how to do the seal again. How to recreate the seal in case Naruto's seal breaks, and that's why she's actually there. And anyways, Naruko actually is pretty much a very strong shinobi, and she, of course, being half Namikaze and half Uzumaki, she actually took more from her mother, having the red hair. However, well, if she doesn't have red hair in the thumbnail, I'm sorry, because I can't find one, and CBA pretty much editing it. I'm sorry, I'm lazy. Anyways, I'm a bad YouTuber. I just do this for fun at this point. But anyway, now Naruto and the Team 7 do get told about their exam the next morning, and Naruto doesn't ask any questions and pretty much goes along with it. And by the way, Tsuki is very strong. Tsuki is stronger than anyone in the village. Well, not in the village, but Tsuki is pretty much on par with Naruto's strength. And Naruto, when he goes all out, he's on par with, well, not on par with Naruto, but he's around 50%, 50 to 70% of her power. That just goes to show how strong Naruto is, having the mastery of all 5 chakra, extreme mastery of over all 5 chakra natures. Well, Tsuki has 3 already, Sasuke has 2, fire and lightning. But anyways, Tsuki pretty much is taught by Naruto, and also she already has a 3 to 1 Sharingan, and she has the Mangekyo. However, she doesn't know about it. But anyways, now, because she does know about her brother's death, and that was what triggered her Mangekyo, but anyways, to activate. But anyway, now Tsuki and Naruto, Team 7 did come there, and after a few hours, and just saying, Naruto is on par with the Sanin and pretty much not Jiraiya, but on par with Tsunade and on par with Kakashi. Anyways, so basically she is at the top of the Jonin food chain, except for Might Guy. Might Guy pretty much smashes both of them, pretty much destroys them. Even the Sanin pretty much stand no chance against Might Guy. even KCM Naruto doesn't stand a chance, to be honest. Only Sage Mode, oh, 6 of Sage Mode Naruto could stand a chance against Might Guy, because of pretty much we've seen Madara nearly get killed. Even he has stated that he nearly got killed by his 8th gate, but anyways, it was a kill for a kill, so technically it wasn't gonna be really a win for Might Guy. It would it'd be more like a draw. But at that time, if Might Guy was able to kill Madara by giving his own life up, it would be a win for them, because it's an overall win for the Shinobi anyways. Well, for the Shinobi Alliance. But anyway, now Naruto and Team 7 do begin the bell test, and here Naruto is much smarter. The bell test, Tsuki was, Naruko was actually taking the bell test, while Kakashi was actually just observing while reading his book. He didn't seem like he was observing, however he was. And anyways, he sees that they all hid, and Naruko was very strong here. Anyway, once Naruto appeared out of nowhere, and just saying Naruto and Tsuki had a plan already, Sasuke was in it as well. They did tell Sasuke. Naruto actually using Flying Raijin to get to Sasuke. Sasuke actually having a kunai, because Naruto told him to always hold it with him, just in case after they became teammates. And anyways, Sasuke just agreed. And anyways, Sasuke is more agreeable, or more social with these two. They were the best two teammates that he could have gotten, because he actually talks to them. But anyways, now Naruto does explain his plan, how them two are going to take the bells from Naruto, because right now the only one who can actually stand a chance against Naruto is Naruto, him, because of him actually knowing exactly all her techniques. And anyways, now of course they do begin it, their plan, and Naruto appears out of nowhere, and Naruto actually shows something that Naruto didn't know. Naruko is actually the 3rd Hokage student. Yes, you heard it. She's the 3rd Hokage student. So she has been learning every single jutsu known to the Leaf Village, other than the special ones, for example, clan exclusives, and things like wood release and those kind of stuff, and shadow release, like shadow possession. But anyways, like I said, she has learned 60% of pretty much all the ninjutsu and fighting styles of the Leaf Village, all the fighting styles, and 60% of the jutsus from the Leaf, and pretty much she's close to mastering all of them, 40% away. And this was only since she was a 12-year-old onwards, so within the 5 years she actually did begin to master each one of them. And look how far she's gone. She already knows 60%. This just goes to show that she's going to become pretty much a goddess of Shinobi at this point. But anyways, now Naruto actually wasn't expecting the the gentle fist, and of course the gentle fist needs the Byakugan to be performed. However, Tsuki was able to create her own style with the gentle fist, actually using that like chakra scalpel type of hit, or little chakra scalpel thing. And she was actually able to do that because of her extremely good chakra control, even on par with Byakugan chakra control. Byakugan uses chakra control, and she was very, very overpowered pretty much. She was actually able to use the gentle fist on Naruto, and she wasn't holding back at all against Naruto. However, Naruto withstood this and said, "Alright, then you might have caught me off guard, but you didn't see this coming, did you?" Naruto pretty much creates his hand into not squishes, but from his he had his hand opened, his palm facing Tsuki, his palm facing Naruko, who are these names, and pretty much closing his palm. And Naruko was confused. However, then she felt lightning coming from the ground and pretty much wrap around her, and she got electrocuted. And of course, she was able to withstand it, not paralyzed at all. She actually kicked Naruto away. However, Naruto turned into a clone, and then Naruto came from the top and he's like, "Do you really think you can beat me that easily?" And pretty much goes into a taijutsu fight. Naruko pretty much using the gentle fist again. However, Naruto was able to counter this with his own taijutsu style, which he created. He calls it acrobatic style. But anyways, now Naruto actually having a very weird fighting style compared to other people. Tsuki does get quite confused from Naruto's fighting style and actually gets hit quite a bit, Kakashi already knew that Naruto was going to be very strong. However, he wasn't expecting someone to be on par with, like, well, not on par, but being able to confuse someone like Tsuki Naruko out of all people. Tsuki then does appear out of nowhere and uses the fireball jutsu to pretty much help out Naruto, and Naruto was able to actually kick Naruto in the chin and send him flying while dodging. But then Sasuke comes on top of her, not on top of her, but over her, and pretty much uses his own fireball jutsu, which then she can't really dodge midair, right? However, then she uses the wind gale palm to pretty much destroy the fireball jutsu, and it was going right towards Sasuke, and Sasuke couldn't dodge because he was in the air. However, then Naruto says disperse, and pretty much the wind dispersed, and Naruto's like, do you really think you can control wind when I'm around? And pretty much wind started swirling around him, and Naruto's wind release was pretty much the first ever nature release that he mastered, and Naruto has such mastery over it that he can dispel any wind type wind chakra attacks, pure wind chakra, no, not like ice release which needs both wind and water, not like something like that, no, nothing like that. But of course he can actually, and of course not strong wind jutsus. The wind gale palm was actually very strong because of the person who used it. However, it was a very low it's basically like analysis, analyzing a spell. If you've ever read this webtoon that I read, let me get the name out, Her Returner's Magic Should Be Special, bro, it took me like 10 minutes to find that, bro. Like, they have, like, it's been a week since it got updated, like updates weekly, and it just took so long. But anyways, he is so good at analyzing spells, and basically if you can analyze a spell, it just neutralizes it. So it just goes through the genetics of the spell and that, and just goes like boom. No, I'm joking. So basically, to do a spell, you need to do a lot of things in it, like saying the spell out, or the magic circle, and that. Man can analyze the thing and just destroy the thing. So basically, Naruto's using analyzation. But anyway, you can't do it for very strong jutsus. For example, the wind gale palm needs a few hand seals, and if the jutsu needs no hand seals, like for example the Rasengan, Flying Raijin, the Kamui, Susanoo, something like BG bomb, going into BG state, those can't be analyzed. Those things are very overpowered, and also, like for example sealing ninjutsus, they can't be analyzed. There are a lot of weaknesses to this. However, small jutsus, like weak jutsus, for example Naruto, once he gets older, once this gets even stronger, he could like analyze the whole fucking Chidori, maybe even the water dragon jutsu. He can't do it on the reanimation jutsu, unfortunately. But anyway, now Naruto was able to analyze this, and Naruto was confused on how Naruto did it, and she did realize it was Naruto, and because Naruto told Sasuke not to worry when he did it, and Naruto actually went to Naruto, pretty much blitzing him, kicking him right in the stomach, and sending him flying even further. However, Naruto actually left the kunai there, which Naruto noticed, and Naruto appeared with a Rasengan, smashing it into her and sending her flying as well. But anyways, now Team 7 was fighting Naruto, and it was going to be a very hard fight. Anywho, Team 7 together, they were actually able to pretty much do a lot of damage to Naruto. However, in the end, Naruto and Naruko went off against each other on their own, and pretty much did a Rasengan clash, and even Naruto at this point was struggling. Sasuke was using his 2-Tomoe Sharingan, Tsuki was using her 3-Tomoe Sharingan, and they were pretty much out of the fight, fully out of chakra, and Naruto was the final stand of the final standing one, and of course Kakashi was about to end it until this final clash began, and he was like, let me watch this and then I'll stop it. Anyway, in the end, in the struggle, Tsuki and Sasuke decided to stand up one last time and take the 2 bells, and Naruto's like, it's over, we won, and pretty much was about to overpower Naruto. However, Naruto then just smiles and says he passed, and overpowers the hell out of Naruto, sending him into the woods, destroying half the leaving a trail of destroyed trees. Naruto went through trees, cutting them down pretty much. Anyways, that's where I'm gonna end off. Team 7 passed, and hope you enjoyed it. Please stay safe. This was the King of Weebs, and don't forget to subscribe to Retreat Mini Man, the Dream, my second channel, DB Lover. Also, don't forget to get your good quality anime merch from Beautiful Halo, and get 5% off on your next $49 plus order with code MEME, MEME. And if you want 10% off on your next $99 plus order, you can get 10% off, of course, with the code MEMES, MEMES. And also, don't forget to get your good quality lamps from lamty.com. Use the code lamty dash the King of Weaves, capital L and LAMPTEE dash the King of Weaves, all capitals. The King of Weaves is all capital except for O and F. And don't forget to follow Shokiro on Instagram, follow me on on Instagram, even though I don't post, and join the Discord server. All the links are in the description below. Anyways, my links, you're dismissed, and peace.